back with another incredible PSA reveal. Really appreciate all the wonderful comments and views on these PSA reveals. I find them to be very fun, and I do have a variation of cards that's reflective of my addiction and also love of the hobby. So in this particular video, you'll see a lot of variation of some pretty decent cards, but nothing like some others online, but some variation that makes it fun. I try to grade cards that are numbered and are rare and have some potential value in the future. I'm a Nolan Arenado collector, and will sell pretty much anything else. I have been holding vintage lately just because I'm extremely old and I like to keep those cards. But here you have the gray bordered Heritage Carter Kaboom. That's kind of like his career Kaboom. This is his bat down version, and it is a PSA 10, and there were only 25 of these printed. So that's kind of exciting. You really need to look at these cards because you can miss, obviously. Look how hard it is to see the numbering on that card there. It's really tough. So, like that card. Hopefully it can find a home that someone likes. Now this is the, the pitcher that everybody loves, the Kopech, Michael Kopech. It's amazing his hobby love, given the fact that he has virtually no pitching done. But this is the purple refractor that was pulled from a hot box, which was the video that I've never had 3,000 views before, but that one did. So yeah, changed my life for sure. And then Mr. World Series, I just love this guy. This is the Bowman Draft Prospects card. I will never get a 10 from PSA on these things, ever. But it's sure nice. It's a beauty. Sorry about the shadowing there. I just can't figure out how to get a better experience for the viewer. So anyway, I love George Springer. He's just a guy that rises to the occasion. That was a great World Series, wasn't it? Man alive. Speaking of guys that, man, it's a little late to get him, but he is a special player, and he's only 20. But this was a pull of a lifetime. I mean, I've got it online. You can go view it if you'd like, but this is out of 50. This is the gold. And of course, they're not going to give me a 10. It's just the same old, same old. The 2019 high grades will go down as some of the best investments in history because they're just so rare. They just do not give out 2019 Bowman 10s or very often, as well as Topps 2019. But there were a couple really good collector messages or lessons learned from the World Series. The first is, if you have any Victor Robles cards, you need to sell them. That was too big a moment for that player. And so I don't think he's anywhere near as good. I would be a seller on him big time. Soto, I tried to collect everything I could collect of him. Obviously, Rendon is a special player. Should have been the MVP if he's not. This is Rafael Devers with the bat, a PSA 10 on the Bowman Chrome, but I'm the only one that seems to manage not getting 10s on Bowman Chrome. But it was nice to get there. This is a Topps Chrome Ronald Acuna. I think this is one of 250 million printed, but they're all 10s. But again, special player. So back to the World Series, Rendon, man alive. I don't know where he's going to go, but what a player. His bat is so fast. He very rarely gets fooled on pitches. And so Strasburg is another rookie to get. He might have reignited Hall of Fame opportunities for himself. I didn't realize, not on the collecting side, but Suzuki, I had no idea that guy was so good. That was fun to watch. I would also be a seller of Yordan Alvarez. Unless he gets a fastball, he won't hit it. And so that is something that will be exploited as he goes in his career, unless he learns how to hit it. In fact, sitting games is something else in that kind of a series where the managers lost confidence in your ability to hit. Rafael Devers, Top Prospects, Bowman's best 10 everybody gets a 10 on that, but that's sweet, huh? All right, here's a short print. I do collect Clemente, and there you go. There's the Gypsy Queen Roberto Clemente short print PSA 10. You didn't see this guy getting pulled from the lineup when it really mattered. And then I don't know why I grade these things sometimes, but there are certain inserts that just make me happy. So this flashbacks, really, there's a bench that I graded in Reggie Jackson, but I was happy to get a PSA 10. I just think the cards are spectacular. Little history, you know, and then they talk about it on the back. Sweet. Nice. But that was one of the best World Series. I actually picked the Nationals in my pool, so I'm feeling a little bit full of myself. This was a disappointment. I shouldn't say that. The fact this is a rare, any kind of condition, finding this Curt Flood 63 post serial. I would have liked to have had it graded, but it's obviously in too bad a shape. But yeah, look at the 63 Curt Floods. If they're high grade, they go for a mint. Mint. And then I did open a box of 90 Fleer. You know, I don't know what you guys do to your significant others in terms of justifying card purchases and card opening, but the way I try to describe it is that it's not as bad as some other things that you could be doing. But anyway, the King Griffey Jr. here is the PSA 10 on the Fleer, and I was happy to get that. That's just a pretty card, great picture of him. I just love that card. And this one was fun. It's not worth much, but it's one of the few cards of Sammy Sosa that one would want. It's just a great picture of him prior to being acquainted with the needle on a regular basis. But you gotta love a little Sosa. And then I just picked one I knew would be a 10 based on this ridiculous tool that I have. And it's George Brett, PSA 10 in the Fleer. And then sometimes you get lucky when you buy something online and you know it needs to be a 10, but I just love this card when I saw it and negotiated something with him, and it happened. So this is the Panini Donruss Ronald Acuna Jr. whammy card, and it's got some wicked shine. It's kind of a silly card, but as a PSA 10, it's really nice. And this was, I think, case hit. I can't remember. I'm sure there's people. By the way, there was a gentleman that corrected me or taught me something on a comment recently, and I just so appreciate that because I'm long past the detailed research time in my life. So I just appreciate people that are willing to do that and educate others, and I'm hopeful that my station or channel does some of those things too. That was great of him. On the 85 Donruss for George Brett, PSA 9, this is again just when will I learn? I thought the card was perfect, but again, the door is closed on these 85 cards, which is really frustrating, you know, but I love the card. So, and then this next one is a very fair grade. I knew it was going to be a 9, and I liked it enough to grade it, but this is the Cal Ripken Jr. bordered refractor in the 98 set, where again you have to peel the black off of the back to get to it, and it has a little mark here on the side that it's not a 10. So really love the card, and you know, obviously there's worse guys to have cards of than Ripken, but it's called the mystery finest cards that you pull the back off of. And then since Baines got in, I said, well, you know, there's a guy that never gets any hobby love, never gets any respect, and he's an incredible player, and it's this Brandon Crawford. He is so solid at the shortstop position, and that's his rookie card, Bowman Draft. Impossible to get a 10, but it's a beautiful 9. So I'm just going to hold that for a while. It's maybe a ridiculous grade, but for $8, he's a great player. And then just because this is my world and my luck. Here's the goat. I don't know if you've seen the new holiday cards, but he has a fantastic relic out that's just awesome. But this is the Black Refractor 9. Of course, it's not a 10, right? But it's a beauty. It's 1 out of 199. Nice. 2019 was pretty cruel to the ball rhino in terms of a lot of grades, but that's okay. I mean, I think that PSA wants to, you know, there's a joke, not a joke, but a reality, I guess, in that. What's the first thing PSA looks at when they see your card and they take it out to grade it? They look at the pop report. They don't look at the corners. They don't look at the centering. They don't look at the surface. They look at the pop report. I genuinely believe that, but I'm curious what other people think. This is the 2013 Topps Update Mike Trout 71 Mini. Of course, it's not a 10. Those black borders are impossible, but that is a sweet card, pack pulled, nothing wrong with it. So, loving that. Mike Trout's the modern day Mickey Mantle, if you're curious. That 2013 was worth every dime of that box that I pulled out there. And then lastly, I did pull this one as well. This is a Mike Trout green Gypsy Queen, and of course it's a 9. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Really appreciate all the comments and support for the channel. Have a great day.